I'm definitely Team Peter, fight me. Hey guys, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a book tag, but it's not gonna be your regular book tag. I am gonna be doing a book tag based on an album that has just been released a couple of weeks ago, now that you're seeing this. And I've been loving it since it came out. I've been just listening to it on repeat, and I'm really excited to do this tag based on all the songs that appear on the album. And obviously what we're talking about here is the new Taylor Swift album, Folklore. It's my kind of music. I really like these atmospherical, very lyrical, very acoustic kind of beats, and the storytelling is amazing in there. So I know a lot of people have been loving Folklore, so have I, and this is, I think, the perfect book tag to do for me, because Folklore has overtaken my life completely. And this book tag has been created by Enchanted Reader, and I'll link her channel down below. But I think without further ado, let's just dive into the questions. The first song is called The One, and the question is, what is a bookish couple that you don't agree with? For this one, I have to go with Lara Jean and Peter Kavinsky from the To All the Boys I Loved Before series, trilogy, that thing. I just don't get it. Peter was probably the worst guy she could have ended up with. No, I just didn't like him. He didn't treat her well. She deserved to be with someone else, some other guy that appears in the story, and not Peter. I don't want them to be together. Song number 2 is Cardigan, and the question for that is, what is a book that you loved but was disappointed by the ending? And for this one, I'm gonna go with Between Shades of Grey by Brutus Pettis. I really enjoyed the story and the part of the Second World War that it kind of covered, and I was really intrigued and loved the story, but the ending felt really abrupt and felt like the story was not complete and that there was something missing, and just was not satisfying at all for me. Song number 3 is The Last Great American Dynasty, and the question for that is, what is a villain that you can't help but love? This one I was really struggling with. The person I went for in here is Lucius Malfoy from the Harry Potter series. I love his character. Everybody's gonna go for Bellatrix if they're gonna go for the Harry Potter series, but I love Lucius. I think he's just such a horrible person, horrible father, and I don't know, can't help it. I don't know, I like his character in the books. Song number 4 is Exile, one of my favorite songs on the album. And the question for that is, your favorite dark, hard-hitting contemporary. And for this one, I'm gonna go with something that, if you've seen my recent videos, you probably know what I'm gonna talk about, and it is My Dark Vanessa. I love this book. It was so well crafted, so well written. It was just on point. I loved it. Please go and read it. Song number 5 is My Tears Ricochet, and the question is, what is a character's death that really hit you or destroyed you? For this one, I'm gonna have to go with Dobby from the Harry Potter series again. Come on, who did not cry like a puppy when Dobby died? I don't know. Song number 6 is Mirror Ball, and the question for that is, what is the character that goes under major character development? For this one, I'm gonna go with Vin from the Mistborn trilogy. I love Vin as a character. She's so great, and she goes through so many different stages in her life. I only finished the first 2 books, so I hope, and I think what's gonna happen later is she's gonna grow even more as a person. But she turned, within these 2 books, she turned from such a shy, untrusting person to a commanding and caring person who cares about her friends, cares about her lover, and I love her. I love Vin. The next song is called 7, and the question is, what was your childhood's favorite book? For this one, I'm gonna go with The Children of Noisy Village by Astrid Lindgren. This one is my all-time favorite book when I was a child. I kept rereading it, and my dad also kind of recorded an audiobook for me and my sister, so we could listen to it as well as we were falling asleep. So best book of my childhood. I loved it. It's a Swedish book. I don't think it's very popular in English, but if you manage to grab hold of it, get it and read it to your child, they're gonna love you for that. The next song is called August, and the question for it is, what is your favorite summertime read? For this one, I'm gonna go with one of the summer book recommendations that I've posted a couple of weeks ago, and I'm gonna go with Anne of Green Gables by Lucy Montgomery. This gives me such summertime vibes. I can't even describe it. It just reminds me of being free and being on holidays and just having zero cares of the world. The next song is This Is Me Trying, and the question for this one is, what is a book that will always pull you out of a reading slump? I had a reading slump issue this year, and the series that pulled me out is The Hunger Games. I reread The Hunger Games and I love it. Always makes me interested in reading again. I fly through the books, love it with all my heart. The next song is Illicit Affairs, and the question for it is your guilty pleasure read. I don't know, I don't really like this term guilty pleasure, because if you read something, it's not because you are guilty, because you're still enjoying it. I mean, I don't know, but I think for me this will be something along the lines The Flasher by Beth O'Leary or Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. They both romance, they both light, but also with some deeper aspects to it and some more difficult problems that are brought up in the books, and I love them. Romance is not my thing, so I guess this I can count as guilty pleasure. The next song is Invisible String, and the question is, who is your book boyfriend / girlfriend? I don't have one. I always struggle with answering these questions, like bookish crush, bookish boyfriend. I don't do these things, but I'm gonna answer the same way as I answered in my mid-year book Freakout Tag, which was Ellen Venture from the Mistborn. He's just such a good person. He wants the best for the country, best for everyone. He's loving, he's good looking, he's loaded as well. What else do you want? The next song is called Mad Woman, and the question is, who is your favorite strong woman protagonist? I think I'm gonna go with Katniss from The Hunger Games. I really love Katniss. I understand how much shit she went through, and even though people hate her in the last book, I fully understand her. She got overwhelmed with everything that went around her. But what I really admire in her, that she actually managed in the end to pull her shit together and stand up and do something about herself, and rather than just whining in the corner, which is a great thing to be, and I think she's a strong character. Love her. The next song is called Epiphany, and the question is, what is a character that has overcome a lot? For this one, I'm gonna go with Amaya Salazar from the Bastan trilogy. I love Amaya as a character. She's so intelligent, she's so insightful, she's a walking brain. She always manages to notice stuff. She's great. She's so great, and she went through so much in her life, from her early childhood until the things that are happening to her in the present. I admire her. She has overcome so much, and I'm sure in the final book she's gonna have to overcome even more crap, so I just can't wait for it. The next song is called Betty, and the question is, what is a character that deserves better? For this one, I'm gonna go with Camilla from Daisy Jones and the Six. I think Camilla was the best person by far in the group of people that we got to know in Daisy Jones and the Six. She was such a understanding, loving person throughout, and she definitely deserves better than what happened to her. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but Camila, I love you. The next song is called Peace, and the question is, what is your favorite bookish couple? It was hard for me to choose, I guess. I think I'm just gonna go with the ultimate OTP, Katniss and Peeta. I'm definitely Team Peeta, fight me. And then finally, the last song on the album is called Hoax, and the question is, what is a bookish breakup that has destroyed you? For this one, I have to go with the ending of His Dark Materials series, Will and Lyra. That was emotional. I was really sad. I didn't want for it to happen, and well, that sucked. Yeah, did not appreciate that breakup. Okay guys, so we managed to get to the very end of the album and to the very end of the questions. Let me know what are your answers to these questions, because I would very much like to know. Also, if you've listened to Folklore, let me know what are your favorite songs, because I really want to know, and I think favorite songs say a lot about people. For me, I think The One, Cardigan, Exile, Seven, I can just go on and on and on. I love all of them. I can't help, I can choose. But yeah, as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again with another video soon. Bye!